Breland Moore joins me again, and Breland, Jerron Jones, not the only Rochester player with NFL connections recently with the Scouts.
No, Rich, and you know what? We've been talking a lot about what happens when a player gets drafted, but what happens when they do not hear their name called? That was a draft experience last year for Bishop Kearney graduate Quentin Gause. Now, Gause still made it to the NFL. He currently plays for the Denver Broncos, and before he left for training camp, I caught up with him and talked a little bit about what it takes to make it to the NFL without being picked. In his local gym in Irondequoit, Rochester native and Denver Broncos linebacker Quentin Gause is training for the upcoming NFL season. Unlike the young men who will hear their names called tonight, Gause was never drafted, and the 24-year-old Bishop Kearney grad hasn't had the easiest journey to a 53-man roster.
I wasn't drafted, so a couple teams, asked me to sign with them, and I chose the Eagles during that time, and I had an interception my first game, 6 tackles my last game. Then I got cut, and then I went to the Patriots for 4 weeks, got cut, then had no job for 2 weeks, had a tryout with Tampa, tryout with Denver, got picked up by Denver.
Overcoming the initial disappointment of being undrafted and then the added blows of being cut from 2 different teams can no doubt be a tough obstacle. Gause credits hard work, heart, and hustle for getting him to the league anyway.
One of my mentors said, hey, look, this is not going to be an easy journey. Just because some coaches are saying he'll be a 3rd round or a 4th rounder, it doesn't mean it's going to be easy like that. And I knew going in that I had to grind. I mean, from a young kid, I had to grind too. So I knew that just keeping that same mindset of overcoming adversity and using that through the NFL journey was going to help me.
Although he's proven that there are many paths to the NFL, Gause is still paying close attention to the highly anticipated draft. This time, though, it's not his own name he hopes to hear called.
I know we have our guy here, Jerron Jones, that's supposedly getting drafted. So I'm rooting for him, man. I trained with him when I was younger, and he's a great kid. So hopefully, a Notre Dame product, a Rochester 585 product as well. And I know he's going to do well, and I hope a team drafts him.
Well, it'll definitely be great to see another Rochester guy in the NFL next year, and who knows, maybe the Buffalo Bills will draft him and keep him close to home. As for that 1st round draft pick for the Bills, we go back to Rich and the guys from the Sports Bar in Rochester.